Pattern number 48 for an underspencer from Exercises in Knitting. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Betsy Bush in Marquette, Michigan, October 2008. Exercises in Knitting by Cornelia Mee. Pattern number 48 for an underspencer. For the sleeve, cast on 40 stitches, knit 6 rows plain knitting, seam and knit in twos 20 rows. The stripes at the beginning and ends will have 3 stitches. Knit 6 rows plain knitting. 7th row, knit 3 stitches, bring the wool forward, knit 2 together, knit 4 stitches, continue making a stitch knitting 4 between to the end of the row. Knit a stitch, increase a stitch, knit to within 2 stitches of the end, increase a stitch by knitting 2 in one loop. Continue increasing a stitch in every 6th row till there are 72 stitches. Cast off 18 stitches. Knit to the end of the row, cast off 18 more. Knit 2 together at the beginning of every row till only 24 stitches remain. Cast off and sew up the sleeve. For the back, begin at the waist by casting on 28 stitches. Knit 3 plain rows, knit 3 stitches, bring the wool forward, knit 2 together, knit 6. Continue making a stitch and knitting 6 between to the end of the row. Knit 6 rows, knit 3 stitches, increase 1 by knitting 2 in one loop, knit to within 4 stitches of the end, increase 1 as before, knit 3, the next row knit plain. Continue to increase a stitch till within 3 stitches of the beginning and end of the needle, every 2nd row, till there are 82 stitches. The next row knit 3 stitches, knit 2 together, knit till within 5 of the end of the row, knit 2 together, knit 3, knit 16 rows without increasing or decreasing. This is for the armhole. Knit 3, knit 2 together, knit to within 5 of the end, knit 2 together, knit 3. Continue to decrease every row in this manner till only 24 stitches remain. Cast off. For the fronts, begin at the waist, cast on 52 stitches, knit 3 rows, knit 3 stitches, bring the wool forward, knit 2 together, knit 6. Continue to make a stitch and knit 6 between to the end of the row. Knit 12 rows, knit from the front 11 stitches, increase a stitch by knitting 2 in one, knit to the end of the row, knit 3 rows, knit 12 stitches, increase 1, knit to the end, knit 3 rows, knit 13 stitches, increase 1, knit to the end, knit 3 rows, knit 15 stitches, increase 1, knit to the end, knit 3 rows, knit 17 stitches, increase 1, knit to the end, knit 3 rows, knit 18 stitches, increase 1, knit to the end, knit 3 rows, knit 19 stitches, increase 1, knit to the end, knit 3 rows, knit 20 stitches, increase 1, knit to the end. There should now be 61 stitches on the needle. Knit 8 rows without either increasing or decreasing. Knit from the front 45 stitches. Cast off 9, take another needle, knit the 7 which remain, knitting together the 2 first at the end of the needle, where you cast off every row till only 1 is left. Cast off. This is the beginning of the armhole. Knit 2 together at the beginning of each row at the armhole until it is reduced to 37 stitches. Knit 32 rows without increasing or diminishing. Cast off 10 stitches from the front, knit a stitch, knit 2 together, continue to decrease a stitch in front every row, inside the first stitch, till only 20 stitches remain. Leave off decreasing in front. Knit to within 2 stitches of the end next the armhole. Increase a stitch as before. Continue to do this every row till there are 27 stitches. Knit a plain row, cast off. Take up the stitches down one side of the spencer, knit 3 rows at one side, knit 3 stitches from the bottom, bring the wool forward, knit 2 together, knit to the end of the row, knit 5 rows, cast off. At the other side knit 3 rows, knit 3 stitches from the bottom as before, bring the wool forward, knit 2 together, knit 10, make 1 stitch, knit 10, make 1 more, knit 10, make 1, knit 10, make another stitch, knit to the end. For the buttonholes, knit 5 rows, cast off, sew the back and fronts together, take up the stitches all round the neck, knit 3 rows, knit 4 stitches, bring the wool forward, knit 2 together, knit 6, make a stitch, continue to make a stitch, and knit 6 between to the end of the row. This is for a string to pass through, as are also the holes at the waist. Knit 8 rows, cast off, and sew in the sleeves. This should be knit in No. 3 white lamb's wool yarn and No. 14 steel pins. End of pattern No. 48.